Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and in this video I'm going to be showing you every single cape in Minecraft Java Edition. And so if you like Minecraft videos like this one, then please make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more Minecraft videos like this one. And then before we get into all of the capes we have in Minecraft Java Edition, first of all I want to thank you all so much for getting me to 50,000 subscribers. That is incredible. I love seeing all of you just being excited for when new videos come out in the comments down below. And so for previous subscriber milestones, I've pretty much always just done a thank you video. But I thought it would be nice that instead of doing a thank you video, I would just do a normal video I wanted to make for a very long time. And that I know you will enjoy watching. And that is Minecraft All Capes. And so once again, thank you all for subscribing to the channel and helping me reach 50,000 subscribers. Now, let's get into all the capes for the 50,000 subscribers special. And so all the information on the capes I tell you in this video mainly comes from the Minecraft wiki. And I will leave a link down below to the cape wiki article. And so I will only be going over all the Java Edition capes, because in Bedrock Edition there are just capes you can buy for minecoins, so that is not that interesting. We'll go through all the 26 different capes that were given out on Minecraft Java Edition. Starting off with the cape I have equipped right here. This is the classic Mojang cape, and it was the first cape that was given out to Mojang employees. And so in total 16 Minecraft profiles actually have this cape, which we can see on NameMC. I'll leave the link to that website in the description down below. And so this design right here was actually used from the 20th of December of 2010 all the way to the 7th of October 2015. And so this cape was given out to Mojang employees for almost 5 years. And so of course with every cape there is also a new elytra texture. And so I haven't figured out how to show this off properly because I couldn't make the white parts transparent, sadly. So you'll just have to ignore the white parts of the elytra texture here. But the main design is the one on the back here. So that is what the classic Mojang cape elytra looks like. And so if you want to know how I changed my cape to all the capes I'll show you in this video, I might make a tutorial on that. There are already other videos explaining it, but if you can't figure it out from those and you want me to make a tutorial, then let me know in the comments down below. And if we get like 500 likes on this video, I might make a tutorial. But now let's move on to the second cape, which is still a Mojang cape. And that is this cape over here. It is the beautiful red Mojang cape with the white Mojang logo on top. There's a slightly darker texture on the bottom side. And it was given to Mojang employees in the time period between the 7th of October 2015 until the 25th of July 2021. So over a period of almost 6 years, this cape was given to Mojang employees. And in total, 191 Minecraft profiles have this cape. And let's look at the elytra texture a little bit as well. And so this is what the elytra looks like. And so instead of just one Mojang logo, I think this is supposed to resemble 6 Mojang logos at the same time, which is pretty cool. And so this is not the last Mojang cape that was added, because of course in 2021 Mojang decided to change their name to Mojang Studios. And so that means that we also have a third Mojang cape. And that is this third and current version of the Mojang cape. It's actually called the Mojang Studios cape, of course, since the company is now called Mojang Studios. It looks quite similar to the previous one, since it still has the cape red and the logo in white. But now instead of the actual Mojang Studios logo, it actually has 2 of these so-called gizmos or Mojangs on the back for the cape. And for the elytra there's actually 6 of them, as you can see here. Those are 6 of those gizmos that also make up the Mojang logo you see when you start up the game, which is this one here. And so this design of the Mojang cape has been given out to Mojang Studios employees since July 25th, 2021. And so far this cape has been given out to 43 players, but that will increase in the future, I suppose. And there are actually a couple of Mojang employees that have all 3 different Mojang capes. They've been with Mojang since at least 2015. And so here, for example, is Cotizen. They have all 3 Mojang capes. But there are more Mojang employees with all 3 capes as well. And so they might of course make a new iteration in the future, but for now this is the Mojang Studios cape. So this cape was created by Johan Aronsson. and a couple other people. And so there we go, that is it for the Mojang capes. There are 3 in total currently, and I think they actually look pretty cool. Next we'll move on to the MINECON capes, because during the events of MINECON 2011 all the way up to 2016, some beautiful capes were given out, except for of course 2014, since there was no MINECON event in that year. So let's take a look at those. And so here is the first MINECON cape. This MINECON cape was given out to people who went to MINECON 2011. And so it is a red cape with a creeper face on it. And the elytra has 2 creeper faces on it actually, as you can see there. Which we can see a little better if we sneak. So here we can see the 2 creeper faces on either side of the elytra. Very nice. And this cape was given out to 3,462 people during MINECON 2011. Now let's move over to MINECON 2012. And so during the MINECON 2012 event, this cape was given to the attendees. And I actually think this cape suits my skin really well with the blue and the yellow, because it's a blue cape with a beautiful yellow or gold pickaxe on it. And so this cape was given out to 3,965 people who attended MINECON 2012. And the elytra actually has 2 pickaxes on it instead of just 1. There we go. It just duplicates the cape into the 2 different wings of the elytra. And then let's move over to MINECON 2013. And so after this event, people who attended MINECON 2013 got this beautiful green cape with a piston on it. And so there are actually quite a few more people that got this cape than the 2012 and 2011 ones, because over 6,000 people, actually 6,056 people got this cape and attended MINECON 2013. And so the elytra here doesn't actually duplicate the cape, but it actually has a different texture. But the elytra is still green, but it has a different texture for the piston. It's actually the top texture here instead of the side texture. And so we can see 2 pistons next to each other. I would have loved if one of them was a sticky piston. That would have been cool. That's actually not possible because the elytra texture is mirrored on both sides of the item, so it has to be symmetrical. But I think it's really cool that the piston is actually extended here. It looks very nice, but you might notice that if the piston was not extended, it would actually be a 7x8 texture. Yeah, a little bit of a cursed piston, but still a quite cool cape. Alright, and then we go over to MINECON 2015. So after MINECON 2015, all the people who went to the event got sent an email with a link to get this beautiful iron golem cape. It was given to 6,687 players who attended. And the elytra looks like this. That's a crazy elytra. It actually works better if you're not shifting for this one, because then the 2 halves of the iron golem face sort of combine into one. But if you shift, yeah, that looks a little bit crazy there. But I suppose there was just no easy way to divide up this iron golem face for the elytra. But still a pretty cool cape. And alright, now we'll move on to the final MINECON cape that was given out. It is the MINECON 2016 cape, which looks like this. It is a pretty dark cape with 2 very light purple eyes on it, of course resembling an Enderman. And so it was given to people who went to MINECON 2016 on September 24th. And so apart from the Migrator cape, this is actually the cape that most Minecraft players have. It was given out to 7,237 people. And so with hundreds of millions of people who've bought a Minecraft account, that makes these kinds of capes very rare. And so here the elytra looks like this. It is quite similar to the cape itself, having 2 Enderman eyes on them. But I think the elytra is a lot more scary because it looks like the Enderman is angry at the player here, with its big mouth open. While without the elytra, it just looks very peaceful. And so you can see the transition very well if you equip the elytra. It looks exactly the same as when an Enderman gets aggroed at the player. So here we go. This is what it looks like on the cape. And here's what it looks like in-game with the real Enderman. Alright, and now we've went through all the Mojang and MINECON capes. It's time to look at a couple of personal capes. And these capes are way more rare than the MINECON capes. So for some of these, a couple of 100 people have these capes. And for others, there's only a single person that has these capes for real. And so these are some of the rarest capes in the game. And we'll actually start off with a cape that no one has. So let's equip that cape. And that is this cape over here. It is the Bacon cape. It looks quite a bit different than all the other capes in the game. And it was actually given to Miklee by Notch himself. And so this is because Mikli came up with the idea of the pigman, and so Notch gifted him a bacon cape. And so the cape itself was also actually made by Mikli himself. And so he came up with both the pigman and this cape and asked Notch if he could get this cape in game. And so Notch agreed, which we can see from this old tweet here by Notch, which was made on the 13th of January 2011. So this is a really old cape. Sadly, the original tweet is not available anymore by Mikli, where he asks for the cape, but luckily Notch's reply still is. And so the reason that nobody has this cape anymore is that actually this cape was taken away from Mikli because supposedly too many people were asking Notch to give them capes, and so it wouldn't be fair if he didn't give anyone else a cape and did give Mikli a cape. So he removed that cape again later on. And so since this cape was removed before elytras were added into the game, there is actually no elytra texture along with this cape. It's just the cape itself. Then next we have this cape, which is the Millionth Customer cape. And as its name already suggests, this cape was given to the person who bought the 1 millionth copy of Minecraft. And so the only person who actually has this cape is Acronman1. And so Jeb, one of the Minecraft developers, actually looked for the person who bought the 1 millionth copy of Minecraft and gave them a cape. And actually Notch emailed Acronman, and we actually have a screenshot of that email. And so it says here, "Hi, you purchased Minecraft or activated the gift code yesterday just as the number of copies sold went from 999,999 to 1 million. That means you're the 1 millionth customer. This is a huge milestone for us, so to thank you, your account has been given a custom unique cloak. Press F5 in-game to see it. Other players in multiplayer can see it as well. Thank you very much for buying the game. Mark as person, or Notch, and the rest of the Mojang team." And so this cape was given on the 13th of January 2011, which is actually the same day that Notch gave Mikli the bacon cape. And it's a purple cape with a yellow star on it. And so here we'll see the elytra texture as well. So this is what the elytra texture looks like. 2 stars on a beautiful purple cape. And so this cape was made by Kinton and is one of the few capes that only a single player has in Minecraft. Another one of those is dannyBstyle's cape. And so again, the name is quite clear as to what this cape is. It is the cape that was given to dannyBstyle, who is a video game music composer, and was given to him by Notch because Notch liked his video game music. And this was given to dannyBstyle on the 21st of April in 2011, as you can see from this tweet here by Notch. And so this cape is a blue cape with the letters DB on it. And let's also look at the elytra texture. That is this one over here, which I don't really like this texture. It just has the D and the B from the cape, but then also the mirrored image on the right, which, yeah, that doesn't look like anything there. But it's still a pretty interesting cape nonetheless. Then this cape over here actually has a really interesting backstory. So this is the snowman cape, also known as JulianClark's cape. And so Notch was apparently a big fan of the MTV TV host Ray Cokes, because one of the early splash messages of Minecraft reads, "Bring me Ray Cokes." And so someone closely related to Ray Cokes actually saw this splash message and then posted this image to Reddit, which I'll have to blur, because he's pretending to hold Ray Cokes hostage. Yes. And so this guy, presumably JulianClark, asked Notch to give him a cape in exchange for releasing Ray Cokes again. Of course, it's well done in a jokingly manner, but still Notch did give him a beautiful snowman cape as he requested. So that is pretty awesome. Alright, and then as for the elytra texture, that looks something like this. Yeah, it's a bit of a crazy elytra texture. You don't really see the snowman in it anymore. It's just the face on the top there. It's actually quite a bit different than the actual cape itself. Next we have the Spade cape, which is also known as MrMessiah's cape. This is a very beautiful cape that has a green border and looks like the Ace of Spades playing card. And so this cape was given to MrMessiah. He's the only person who has this cape. And it was done because he is the creator of the Better Light mod, which actually improved some of Minecraft's lighting systems. And so we actually have an early Reddit post by MrMessiah himself. And so he mentions that he got it as a gift from Mojang when they had used the mod they made to improve the lighting system in Minecraft and add smooth lighting, for example. The cape idea as a thank you came up when we first talked about them using the mod in 2011, but for one reason or another I didn't actually get it until much later in 2015, and so he's not sure who designed the cape. It might have been Jeb. So yeah, this cape was only awarded in 2015, and so it might have been created by Jeb himself. Here's the underside texture of the cape, and the elytra texture looks like this. Which doesn't look like much if we're just standing still, but if we're sneaking, we can see that it's actually supposed to be an ace of spades itself as well, on a very beautiful green background. Although it doesn't quite work as intended. Alright, then we have the Prismarine cape here. And so again, this cape has an interesting backstory, I think. And also a pretty odd one, because this cape was given to Drulkus. He's the only person who has this Prismarine cape. And so the reason he got this cape, we can see in this Twitter thread here. So Drulkus was working on his chisel mod and wanted to get a Prismarine texture into the mod and didn't want to use Mojang's official texture, wanted to recreate it himself. And so Jeb saw this tweet and asked if his name was Drulkus in-game as well, and then just granted him a Prismarine cape. And so later Jeb specified that he already had this cape lying around, but it didn't have any owner just yet. And so after he saw this tweet, he thought, hey, I have that cape, let's just give it to him. Which is very kind of Jeb, I think. And so this happened on the 20th of June 2016. And we can see that Drulkus is very happy with the cape he got. And so apart from the cape, of course, there is also the elytra texture, but apart from that, the underside of this cape actually looks like it has a dark Prismarine texture instead of a normal Prismarine texture, which is pretty cool. And the elytra looks like this, very similar to the actual Prismarine texture of the Prismarine block. So those are these two blocks over here. The elytra has the texture of this Prismarine block. The cape texture looks a lot like the Prismarine bricks, and the underside of the cape resembles this dark Prismarine block. Then we have this birthday cape, which is quite special because it was only given to the player called Great Escape, later renamed to Great Bizzo. And so there's a tweet by Enet explaining why this cape was given out. And so he says, I've been getting questions about Great Escape and his cape. The account is owned by a Mojang employee leading the work on Minecraft.net, which is of course a website where you can download Minecraft. Maybe he is really into birthday parties, I can't blame him. And we also have a reply by Mark Watson who says, this was one of the capes available in the CS tool forever ago. And he actually wanted to add it to his account, but of course then everyone would see that he added it to his account, so he didn't. And so it's a really cool cape. It's a blue cape with what I presume is a birthday cake with two balloons on top of it. And if we look at the underside of the cape texture, there's actually a yellow star on it there. And so of course most cape textures don't really have too much interesting stuff going on the underside, but this one's special and has a beautiful yellow star. And the elytra texture looks like this. It just has the balloons and not the cake. One green and one red balloon on either side of the elytra. Next up we'll look at three very similar capes, starting off with this cape over here. It is called the Translator cape. And this cape was given to proofreaders of Minecraft Java Edition. And so proofreaders are experienced translators who've gotten permission from Mojang to become the proofreader of their language. And so on May 16th of 2012, 29 different contributors got this translator cape, and more were supposed to be given out later, but that was discontinued because there were some issues with the translators. But a few years later, actually a lot more people got this cape, and now in total 101 Minecraft players have this cape that actually has a pink T on the backside of the cape. And on the front side, it looks like this. And so this cape looks a little bit like a book in my opinion. And the circle in the center is actually represented twice on the elytra. There we go, you can see the two circles of the cape. And there are two more capes that look very, very similar to this one. The first of which is this cape, which has a Chinese flag instead of a pink T on the underside of the cape. This cape was given out to just 3 Minecraft players for playing vital roles on the translation of Minecraft Java Edition to Chinese. And this cape was given out on the 4th of June 2015 to those 3 players. And the elytra texture is exactly the same for this cape as for the normal translator cape. And so apart from this Chinese translator cape, there is one more translator cape, which is the Japanese translator cape, which, as you might have already guessed, actually has a little Japanese flag on the underside of the cape instead of the pink T for the translator cape. And so this cape is also known as Cheap Shot's cape because this cape was only given out to a single person, Cheap Shot, in October of 2013 for helping the Mojang team in Tokyo. And so again, the elytra texture is just exactly the same as the elytra texture for the translator cape. Then we have the Scrolls Champion cape, which looks like this. Here is the underside with a big gold S on there. And so this cape was given to players who earned the weekly first place winner badge 5 times in Scrolls. And it was also given to the players who placed in the top 4 during the MINECON Open, during MINECON 2015. And also actually every player in the game got this cape for 2 days on December 11th and 12th, 2014 to celebrate the release of Scrolls. But of course those players didn't keep the cape. And so Scrolls is now actually called Caller's Bane. And it's a digital collectible card game made by Mojang Studios. And so some of the best early game players of Scrolls got this beautiful cape. And here is the elytra texture of the cape. And I do believe that the cape is supposed to represent one of the playing cards of the Scrolls game. And so in total only 9 Minecraft users got this cape. And so similarly to the Scrolls Champion cape, this is the Cobalt cape. And it was given to the winners of a level making competition and to the winners of the Cobalt League tournament in 2016. And again, Cobalt is another game published by Mojang Studios. And it's an action side-scrolling video game that was released on the 2nd of February 2016. And so here is the underside of the cape, which is not really interesting. But the elytra texture is really interesting, and so we can't really see it that well here. But I'll put up an image of what the elytra is supposed to look like, because this elytra texture is actually based on one of the enemies from the video game Cobalt, the Wasp. And it's actually the only elytra texture that has some transparency to it, because we can see them as wings of a wasp. And I think this is actually one of the coolest elytra textures there is. And in total, this cape was given out to 18 different Minecraft accounts. This is the Mojira Moderator cape, and it was given to the moderators of the Minecraft bug tracker. So the Minecraft bug tracker, or Mojang bug tracker, is actually officially known as Mojira. And so all of the moderators of the bug tracker site got this beautiful cape. It looks a bit like the flame of a candle with a nice gold border on this side and a mostly black texture on the underside. The elytra texture looks like this, with a flame on each side of the elytra texture. And so in total, 49 Minecraft accounts have this Mojira Moderator cape. And then this cape is the Realms MapMaker cape, and it's given to mapmakers in the Java Realms content creator program who have received 8 points. And so you receive points if you are one of the primary creators of a map and you publish it to the Realms. And once you got 8 points, you are eligible to get one of these Realms MapMaker capes. And so far, 293 Minecraft players have gotten this cape and so have published some of these beautiful maps on Minecraft Realms. And the elytra texture of this cape looks like this. It's quite different than the cape texture. I like the cape texture a lot, but I'm not so sure about this elytra texture. This is just a beautiful scenery. The next cape has a quite interesting backstory. So this is the turtle cape, as you might have already guessed from what it looks like. It's a red cape with a beautiful green turtle on it, and the underside actually has the underside of a turtle as well. So that's really cool, looks really awesome there. And the elytra texture here just has the scales of a turtle all the way throughout and looks really cool in my opinion. And so this cape was given to BillyK_ for a suggestion to add turtles to Minecraft. And so here we see the original Reddit post by BillyK_ who was suggesting turtles as a new addition for Minecraft, but more as a joke than as a real thing. And so there's a lot of stuff in here that actually didn't get added into the game in the end. But what it did say is that there can also be an extremely rare drop of the turtle, rarer than the wither skulls and not being affected by looting, that killing a turtle causes it to drop its shell, which can be worn as a helmet. Because who doesn't want a turtle shell as a helmet? And of course that's not exactly how we get the turtle shells in Minecraft today, but yes, there are turtle shells in Minecraft, and that's probably mostly thanks to BillyK. And so we also have a reply by BillyK here, where he mentions that he wouldn't have never expected to gotten this cape, and he's just really happy that turtles got added to the game. And so you might expect only one person to actually have this cape, but there's actually 2 people who have this cape, both BillyK and Ken600. And Ken600 is a Minecraft developer who was testing this cape to see if it was working. And so he kept the cape for some reason, I don't know why. And after the turtle cape, I think we have a cape all of you will recognize. It is the Migrator cape. And so this cape is by far the one that most Minecraft users have, because this cape was given out to 1,157,598 players. That is a lot. And of course, it was given to players who bought Minecraft Java Edition before the 1st of December 2020 and migrated their Mojang account to a Microsoft account. And so this is what the Migrator cape looks like. It has pretty much the same texture above and below. And the elytra, as all of you might already know, looks like this. Very similar to the cape design itself. And I think this cape actually looks pretty cool. And so there were rumors that veteran capes were coming to Minecraft as well. For example, for every year you played Minecraft Java Edition, you would get a cape. Or for every edition you played Minecraft Java Edition, you would get a cape. But so far we haven't seen those in the game just yet. I've actually made a video on this topic. Link to it will be in the top right of your screen. But now let's move on to the final two capes, which weren't actually added to any accounts, but were just temporary capes granted to every player. And so the first one of those two is the Christmas 2010 cape. And as the name already suggests, this cape was given to all players of Minecraft during Christmas of 2010, but was then later removed from the accounts again. And so currently no one has this cape. And so it's a red cape with a green Christmas tree on it. This is what the underside looks like, nothing interesting there. And so there's actually no elytra texture because of course the elytra was not added into the game when this cape was given to players. And the other cape is actually quite similar because it is the New Year 2011 cape. So only a couple of days after Minecraft players got the Christmas 2010 cape, they got this New Year 2011 cape during New Year's Eve of 2011. And so again, this cape was removed soon afterwards from players' accounts as well. And I think this cape is supposed to show a fireworks show. And this is what the bottom looks like, just a purple background. And again, there is no elytra along with this cape since elytra was not in the game yet. And there we go, those are all the capes that were added to Minecraft Java Edition over the past years. Of course, new capes could be coming in the future, like the veteran capes or maybe some new types of capes altogether. But for now, this is it. And so once again, I want to thank you all so much for getting me to 50,000 subscribers. That is incredible. Thank you all so much for subscribing to the channel and watching my videos. And so if you like this video, then please make sure you leave a like. If you reach 500 likes, I will make a video explaining how you can get these capes yourself. And if you have not subscribed to the channel yet and you like some of my videos, then please make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on future Minecraft videos like this one. And then I want to thank my tier 3 members, the Smiklaar and March. Thank you so much for becoming tier 3 members. If you also become a member, click the blue join button below the video to check out the different tiers. But there we go, I hope you all enjoyed this video and I hope to see you all in the next one. So until then, bye bye.